Our daily lives, our habits of eating, working, physical activities, these are perhaps the hardest things to change, yet we know we could do better. The law of inertia says that any object will resist a change in motion, and that includes our bodies. Think of a soccer ball on the ground. It won't move unless someone kicks it, but once it starts moving, boy, does it pick up speed. Today on Access Health, we're going to talk about how getting the ball rolling is the most important step towards our goals of better health. We call it overcoming inertia. Hi, I'm Erica Vetrini, and welcome to Access Health. I'm joined today by our distinguished team of experts and my friend, Dr. Dennis Holmes, renowned cancer researcher and surgeon, nutritional guru Janet Zapala, and our fitness authority, Dave Sinclair. Welcome, team.
Hey. Well, it's great to be here.
So today's show is all about overcoming inertia or getting started.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
Unfortunately, it often takes a health crisis in order to motivate people to become creatures of good habits.
From an exercise point of view, one of the great strategies I like is short-term wins. I think this is very important. Set achievable goals so you can actually accomplish them.
Yeah, you know what else works? Rewards. I mean, it works with my kids. I think that in the end, actually feeling good is your reward.
Yeah. Yes.
But until then, small little rewards here and there celebrate that accomplishment.
Yes, because you've earned
That's big,
it.
and you've earned it, absolutely.
That's right, and you want to really be clear about defining your goals.
Great advice, as always. We all know that the hardest part in all this is taking that first step. But once you've taken that first step, watch out. There's no stopping us.
That's right.
Coming up next, a young man paralyzed from an accident moves into the future to become an inspiration for thousands of people suffering from urinary problems. And so much more when we come back with Access Health. Most people don't think twice about their morning bathroom routine, but for thousands of Americans, it's a more complex process. We're talking about people who need to use urinary catheters. Why does this become necessary? Doctor, can you give us a little more insight to that?
Well, Erica, not everyone has the freedom to urinate when they feel it's convenient. Some people have a condition called urinary retention, resulting from nerve injury to the bladder, which prevents the bladder from emptying voluntarily. Others have the opposite condition called urinary incontinence, in which the bladder empties freely without control, which can happen at very inconvenient times.
And we know these kinds of problems can cause inconvenience, they can cause pain, embarrassment, and even mood swings. But our guests today are here to show us how new catheter technology can help people better manage urological issues. Let's welcome Mary Wasner, a registered nurse with a special training in urinary problems, and Dale Spencer, a patient who has a personal story to inspire those who deal with this every day. Welcome, Dale. Welcome, Mary. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Glad to be here.
Mary, let's start first with, when would a person need to use a catheter for the long term?
There are many reasons. Neurogenic bladder is one of those more common ones. The bladder and the brain aren't communicating properly, and it's usually a result of some nerve damage. And it's, in essence, created the bladder to become ineffective.
One of the most common causes of urinary retention or bladder inactivity is spinal cord injury. But other possible causes include Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and spina bifida. Now, not everyone has this condition as a permanent situation. Some have temporary urinary retention that could be caused by surgery, a side effect of surgery, from prostate enlargement, or maybe from a bladder stone. Regardless of the cause, intermittent use of an in and out catheter is a useful way to empty the bladder and manage a bladder that is not functioning properly.
There are so many people out there that just have a little bit of a fear when it comes to catheterization. They think it's going to hurt, they think maybe they might get an infection.
Well, the concern is reasonable, but not everyone has a choice. Fortunately, with proper technique and the right equipment, both the concerns of discomfort and infection can be greatly reduced.
So Mary, it's about the equipment then.
There are so many different types and brands of catheters that are available in today's market. We have a few that are here, so let's take a look at what we have. This is an older product. This particular catheter is bulky.
Can I see?
It is difficult to handle, and it can cause some discomfort. It is also made of latex, so if you have a latex allergy, this is a product that you cannot use. There are other types of catheters that are available as well. There are different types of firmness. There are pre-coated hydrophilic catheters. We also have no-touch products. And in the no-touch, we're able to prevent touch contamination just from the design of a catheter.
Dale, I want to talk to you for a moment because you have such an incredible story that I think will help a lot of people get over any apprehensions they may have over using a catheter. Can you tell us your story?
Sure, Erica. I'm in a wheelchair, have been since I was age 20 due to an unforeseen tragedy. And so I had the spinal cord injury, I go to rehab, and in my mind I'm thinking, okay, you know, it's all about working my upper body so I can become independent because I'm paralyzed at this point. Well, I didn't realize that there was this whole other aspect of, you know, my bladder, my bowels are working differently. I had to learn how to use new products in order to catheterize. And so as a keynote speaker, I travel the country, so I needed a product that was amenable to my needs.
What I'm hearing from all of you is that if a doctor recommends you need a catheter for the short or long term, there really is no reason to hesitate.
We have a wonderful resource that's called Secure Start, and it will help you to find information on lifestyle, clinical information. You can even have a personal advocate, and that personal advocate can help you find suppliers. It is a free service.
There was an incident that happened to me a couple of years ago that actually motivated me to call the Secure Start services line. Josh, who's my personal advocate, walked me through not only just the resources, the information about the program, but also different types of products. And I used the Vapro No Touch product, and that was all due to me calling the Secure Start services line.
Wow, a real person. We want to thank you, Dale, for sharing your story. And thank you, Mary, for giving us all this great information that I know will help so many people overcome their apprehensions. And thank you, of course, Doctor, as always.
Thank you.
And in just a moment, have your legs ever gone to sleep while you're sitting at work? That can be a much bigger health issue than you think. For more information, go to our website, accesshealth.tv. We'll be back with more Access Health in just a bit. The word sedentary comes from the Latin word sedere, or to sit, and as many studies have shown, sitting for long periods of time can negatively affect our health. We're talking about sitting in a car, sitting on the couch, watching TV. I'm getting tired just talking about it. And sitting at a desk at work. It seems like such a passive thing, just sitting, right? But while we're not moving, our bodies deteriorate, and those hours add up quickly.
And we can get sick if we're just sitting around all the time. Weight gain, back pain, diabetes, heart disease, and the list goes on and on and on. But there's information out there that proves if we get up and we move throughout the day, just 10, 15 minutes here and there, that can provide a lot of good health benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And our guest today, Alton Baird, is dedicated to helping people who tend to sit all day at work. He helps them get active and live healthier lives. Welcome, Alton.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for being here. I appreciate it.
We're excited. We believe very much in your mission. Tell us, when did you first get interested in this problem of sedentary workers?
From when I was very young, I was very passionate about athletics and nutrition and fitness. I just thought it was very cool. My dad played a great role in that. My brothers and sisters were the same way. And what I really enjoyed was like passing that information on to people. And I entered the financial industry, spent 15 years, but it left me empty. I really wanted to change the world, and I wanted to help people get better. And so my brother Bill and I formed Dynamic Wellness in 1999, and we started working with people individually at our wellness center. And along the way, we wanted a bigger platform. So we started working with companies. What we found was that corporations are organisms, you know, and they have lots of cells, and they're all interacted. So what you can do with one company can spread throughout the company.
So I was going to say it makes sense for companies to provide these programs for their employees. They're going to get that much more productivity
There's
out
a
of their
big return
employees.
on investment for wellness programs. So I can now, in this career and my permanent career, I can do ROI in a human way. Because if you can help influence the organization, you can affect thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people.
Okay, let's talk specifically about your wellness programs, what they entail.
Well, we believe that health is a number of facets. You know, you can't
Not
just
one
do
thing.
nutrition, you can't just do fitness, and you can't leave out stress. Stress is at the core of 70% of our chronic illnesses in this country.
Yeah.
Much of our stress level and much of those chemical secretion patterns are based on our breathing pattern. Okay, so if we breathe shallow, like most people do, from about here on the chest up, the brain gets the message that something bad's happening because we're nervous, we're anxious. And guess what? That sets off those chemical reactions. It turns into a snowball effect.
But stress affects everything else too, because stress can affect the nutrition aspect and of course, obviously.
And the other way around. If you increase or you become a little more active, you're reducing your stress load because activity burns off those negative chemicals.
I want to ask you about something that's right up my alley. It's your corporate challenges.
Oh, yeah.
That seems like a really fun tool that you use.
It's by far our most successful program. It's what we hear the most about. It's what brings about the biggest results with our clients because it gets everybody on the same team.
What do you do exactly?
how do you
What
do
is the
it?
challenge?
What we do is one technique or food or activity at a time per week. So if you start out easy, then people want more. If you start out too overwhelming, they turn off.
Yeah.
We do a lot of video with our clients. We show them how to exercise. We show them how to do the deep breathing. We have cooking videos. We show them how to cook healthy. It engages them.
Because it's a challenge, because it's team oriented, you're changing that water cooler talk a bit too, right? It's not about like, where did you go?
Hey, nothing's more detrimental than that one person in the group that goes, God, you're so healthy. Why did I eat that salad?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that support system keeps people going.
It's a domino effect in a very positive way. 50% of employers in the United States do some form of wellness programming, and I think
That is great.
No, it's absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Alton, for all this
Yes.
information. We feel really grateful for having you on our
Oh my
show.
goodness. I'm very grateful that I get to do what I do. It's a blessing.
When we come back, we'll show you some great resources for pushing your personal inertia forward. For more information, make sure you go to our website, accesshealth.tv. We'll be back in just a moment.
The sports of mixed martial arts and boxing require taking punishment to the body, and nobody is more qualified to talk about the mental and physical aspects of the sport than our guest, Tony Ferguson. He's an American mixed martial artist who competes in the lightweight division of the UFC, or Ultimate Fighting Championship. Also, Deneen Solomon is here. She's the vice president of DFX Sports and Fitness. Tony, your career, you won the Ultimate Fighter in 2011.
Correct.
Since then, you are 17-3.
17.
Your last fight, hard battle, split decision. You're having an unbelievable ride, huh?
Yeah, right now I'm on a 3-fight win streak and just coming off of that victory in Sacramento, enemy's territory. It was amazing, felt great.
I'm trying to think of a sport where you train harder than in mixed martial arts. I can't think of one. You guys train harder than anybody?
I believe we train harder than anybody. I played football, baseball, wrestling my whole entire life, but mixed martial arts it's the toughest.
An unfortunate reality of your job is the injuries.
I did break my ulna bone in a series of kicks, actually, in one of my past fights. And it took around like 2 years, 3 surgeries, and 2 bone grafts and 2 steel plates. But we have really good support, and I'm here where I'm at today because of that support.
Which is where you come in, Deneen.
Absolutely.
We have got some very interesting
We
stuff
do.
here.
This is actually called a power ball. It's a gyro wrist exerciser, so it weighs less than 1 pound. So you can pick it up, it's really lightweight. But the thing is when you get it going, it's gonna go up to about 45 pounds of torque force in your hand.
So it's currently 1 pound, but when you get done with it, it's going to be potentially up to 45
That's
pounds. Here in a
right.
second.
Stick it on the docking station, press it down till it lights up. Then when I hand it to you, you're basically gonna rotate your wrist in a circular motion, okay?
Yeah.
And what this is gonna do, you're gonna feel in less than 30 seconds. Now rotate that wrist. The faster you go, the more resistance you're gonna feel.
I feel it already.
That's
It's
right.
been 3 seconds.
It's been 3 seconds and you already feel it. That's the
Truly.
whole point. And under 3 minutes, it's gonna increase your blood flow to your hands, which is extremely important into aiding into rehabilitation of carpal tunnel, tennis elbow. It does everything from your tissues and ligaments to your fingers, your wrists, your forearms, triceps, biceps, your grip. When you have a broken arm, You have to be able to rehabilitate all those tissues and ligaments back to how they normally were.
What I like about this is it really fires off all this area. There you
With
go.
the Powerball.
Perfect for it. So now, Tony, you're going to show us the amped up version of this?
Yes, we have the amped up version of this. This develops up to about 220 pounds of torque.
200, wow.
And like Deneen had said, these are up to about 45 pounds of torque, but when you need something a little bit more powerful, the core trainer is your tool. Let me start it for you.
Yeah, show us what's going on here.
Couple quick tugs. Let me stand up for you. And same as the power balls, when you get this more intense, the light becomes more intense. So I'm going to hand it over to you, okay? But I don't want you to fly off with it.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying not to fall over here.
Here you go, bro.
Wow.
You're going to do it just like you're cycling a bike. Just like you're cycling a bike with your upper body.
What it basically is upper body cardio, which in and of itself is a very rare thing to be able to achieve.
It is.
But to be able to achieve like an upper body cardio driven exercise, especially with something this size.
You know, it's for anybody. It's for a professional athlete like Tony,
World class guy.
a weekend warrior. It all can be done with any of these.
Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Go to our website for more info. That's accesshealth.tv.
Wow, a workout and rehab device all in one. Now, Dave and I are going to find out where to find just about everything we need to overcome inertia in one place. Let's welcome Vince Scalisi, founder of InboxFitness.com, to our show. Vince, welcome. Can you tell I'm excited?
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, yes. Now, it's right up my alley and definitely up your alley.
It is, for sure.
And what we love is that you've got a site that helps us not only get fit, but stay fit. Tell us about it.
Well, that's what we wanted to do, is put everything in one place to make that aspect easier. So we brought everything together, from nutritional supplements and healthy food choices, exercise equipment, even kitchen appliances like juicers and blenders, everything you'd need.
So if somebody uses your website, all they need to do is really bring the commitment, because you give them the recipes, you give them the workout plans, you give them everything they need in terms of those resources. You also give them some really great ideas in terms of healthy snacks like these caveman cookies, high protein cookies, my new favorite.
I'm literally like a kid in a candy store, and I found it really easy to navigate.
Our experts and editors did a lot of the work for you by finding the best of fitness products. And we have online tools that will help you select the right items based on your lifestyle and your fitness goals to make product selection as easy as can be.
So if you want to look like this, you got something. And if you want to look like this, you've got something.
Well, what you do is you simplify people's lives.
We get that same comment from a lot of people. We wanted to make it easier for people to get in shape, and we wanted to help people find the things that will really work for them.
Finally, you know, there's a one-stop shop for everything else in our lives, and finally there's one for fitness, and we love that. It's a no-brainer, right, Dave?
It's a no-brainer. I like it, Vince.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's my definition of one-stop shopping. Okay, so let me see if I was listening today. To sum it up, physical and mental roadblocks can cause inertia. And if we want to overcome inertia, we have to systematically remove those roadblocks. Did I get it right?
You got an A.
I got it right.
A plus. Also remember this, that good nutrition gives us the energy to keep moving.
And an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And now is the best time to adopt healthy lifestyle habits.
Also, take those small measured steps. Don't try to do too much too fast. We don't want to become discouraged on our way to actually achieving those goals.
This is why I love this show. I get to learn so much from all of you. Thank you so much for all of your advice, and thank you for being with us today to talk about overcoming inertia in our daily lives. You can find more information on everything we talked about on our website at accesshealth.tv. I'm Erica Vitrini for Janet Zapala, Dr. Dennis Holmes, Dave Sinclair. Until next time on Access Health. Let's take a closer look to see what that really means when we're talking about fitness or relieving stress or nutrition, Janet.
We want to define our basic goals. We all have things we want to accomplish in life, whether it's starting a new career, changing careers, maybe mastering a hobby that we've wanted to really enjoy over the years and never had the time.
There was this famous psychologist who said that people are basically frozen in place and that they must unfreeze themselves if they want to create meaningful change in their lives. It's like saying that someone is a creature of habit and unfortunately might be a creature of bad habits.
He looked straight at me the whole
He did, I
conversation.
noticed that.
Right.
Whoa.
So if you've never run before, don't make your first goal to run a marathon.
No.
Maybe let's start off with like a 5K or something that's a little bit more realistic.
Set yourself up for success.
Absolutely. Well said.
or even a brisk 30-minute walk around the neighborhood would be a great way to start.
That works too.
I knew you were going to get a new outfit worked into this conversation. Lose 10 pounds, buy a new outfit. What,
Why don't you
sound of that.
3 pounds buy a new outfit? You know what? Let's buy a new outfit. No, it's true. I mean, I think that in the end, actually feeling good is your reward.
Yes, it's really about getting rid of those barriers, those impediments, so you have a really clear pathway to success. And write things down. Start a diary so you can chart that success, right? And your progress.
You don't even have to write them down anymore. Your smartphones, it's
That's
all
true.
right
It's all
here
right
in your
there.
notes.